Hi, if you are watching this video, please keep watching till the end because we are going to show how Secure Talk uses ERC 1792 to tokenize financial bonds. So the first thing I want to show you is the deployment script. As you can see, first of all, we have deployed a ERC 20, which is a token contract, because when we issue bond, we need a currency from which the investors will be submitting their investment. Next, we have deployed the ERC 1792 contract, which is the bond contract, and we can see the bond information like the IC, the bond name. So here we assume that Tesla is going to issue bonds to investors, and also the denomination, the bond, the issue volume, sorry, the coupon rate, which is 7.5%, and etc. And last, we have deployed the coupon payment contract that allows to pay coupons to investors. And for the coupon payments, we have used Chainlink. So let's go back to the platform, and we can see here the bond information as we have as we have seen in the deployment script. So like the bond IC, the bond name, Tesla 2040, denomination, etc. So the first thing to do is to register some investors, because when we issue bonds, when we want to issue bonds, we need some investor to which bonds will be issued. So first of all, I need to register some investor for this project or for this issue. So I'm going to select the second account here for the first investor. And because when you want to participate to an issue as an investor, you need to submit your investment. So because this bond denomination is USDC, then we need to mint some USDC for these investors. So let's click here to mint and confirm. So as you can see, if we check the balance here, it's 0 USDC for this investor, and we can see that the transaction is being processed. So once the transaction is finished, we will get, so as we can see here, this investor has some USDC. So also the investor needs to allow the bond manager to manage their asset, because when we issue bonds, we need to transfer the money or the investor investment to the issuer. So now we need to allow the manager to transfer the amount of money this investor wants to invest. So let's say for this investor, because the bond volume is 10 billion, so this investor is going to invest 7 billion. So you want to select the asset, because we can also allow the bond manager to manage their bonds, our bonds, sorry, or the USDC or the token for payment. So for this investor, we can allow 7 billion. So we select the currency or the instruments we want the manager to transfer. In our case, it's USDC, and just click on allow. So and confirm. So as you can see, the transaction is going to be processed. Once it finish, we can maybe select a second investor. Yes, so now let's go and select a second investor. So I will select this one, and let's issue some token. So let's mint some USDC for this second investor. Mint. So now he has 10 billion, and we need to allow the bond manager to manage the token. So because the issue volume is 10 billion, and as the first investors has allowed 7 billion, so we need 3 more billion. So he is going to allow for 3 billion. Oh, sorry, we need to select the asset. So the asset is USDC. So let's click on yes. So free. Click on approve, and let's wait for the approval. So this investor is approving the bond manager to transfer the token, the USDC, to participate to the issue. So once the approval is given, we can then go back to the bond manager account. So now the transaction being the approval is successful. So let's go back to the bond manager account. So next, because we have already 2 investors registered for this issue, let's now issue bonds for them. So we haven't registered the investor yet, so we need to register this investor. So let's go to, for example, the third one, the second investor. We know that this investor, let's copy their address, and only the bond manager can register investors. So let's put their address here on register investor, and how much USDC they want to invest. So for the second investor, we know that it's 3 billion. Let's click on register. We need to confirm, and let's check here. The list of investor is empty, and also the balance of the issuer, because this account is the issuer account is 0. So when we register an investor, the investor is submitting their USDC, their investment. And as we can see, now the balance is 3 billion USDC. The balance of the bond manager is 3 USDC. And also on the list of investors, we have one investor with this address, where for which the principal is 3 billion USDC, and because the bond has not been issued yet, so the bond balance is 0 TSLA 30, and also we don't have interest yet. So next we need to register the second investor, which is this one. I'm just going to copy his address, and we know that for the second investor, he has allowed to transfer 7 billion. So he wants to participate. He wants to invest 7 billion. So let's click on register. Confirm. So as you can see, the transaction is being processed. So now we can check the balance is 3 billion, and only one investor here. You can see that only one investor has been registered so far. So once the transaction finish, we expect 2 investors here, and the balance to be 10 billion. So here we are. So we can see that the balance increases to 10 billion USDC, and now we have 2 investors. And for the second investors, the principal invested is 7 billion USDC. So now, as you can see, the bond volume is 10 billion, and if we sum the principal of these two investors, we end up with 10 billion USDC. So now we can issue bonds because the bond volume has been reached. So to issue bonds to investor, let's click on issue bonds here. It's to issue, right? So what will happen when we click on issue bonds? We expect that the balance of each investor will increase, right? Because now that the bond has not been issued yet, so the bond balance is zero, and once we issue bonds, the balance of each investor will increase. So let's click on issue. The bond manager click on issue because only the bond manager can issue bond, and confirm. So let's wait for the transaction. Let's check here. So we have the balance is zero, and also we don't know yet the interest that will be paid to each investor and the total investor. So now the transaction has been processed. We can see that the balance of each investor has changed, right? So for this investor, the balance is 30,000 tokens. So TSLA 30, which is the TSLA 30 is the symbol, the bond symbol. So this investor was invested 3 billion USDC, and because the bond denomination is 100,000 USDC, then the number of tokens, the token amounts issued to this investor is 30,000 TSLA 30. And for the second investor, was invested 7 billion USDC, the token balance is 70,000 TSLA 30. And also in this column we have the interest that will be paid to each investor for for 1 year, right? So for the first investor, the interest paid for 1 year will be 225 billion USDC. Million USDC, and for the second investor is 525 million USDC. And the total the total interest paid by this issuer will be 770 million USDC. So next we want to because when we issue bonds, we also need to pay coupons to investors. So for the coupon payments, we will be using Chainlink to automate coupon payments. So next, let's and because to pay coupon, we need to found. Remember, we have deployed here, as you can see, we have deployed the coupon payment contract. So we need to transfer some fund to the coupon payments so as we can automate the coupon payment through the Chainlink. So to found the coupon contract, I'm going to call this function here. So the bond manager who has, we can check here, the bond manager who has 10 billion USDC is going to transfer some USDC to the coupon payment contract so as we can automate the coupon payment to investors. So let's click on add fund and confirm. So the transaction is being processed. So we can see that now the balance is 10,000. The balance of the bond manager is 10 billion USDC, and we expect this balance to decrease once the transaction is processed, because we are sending some USDC to the coupon payment contract in order to automate the coupon payments to investors. So the transaction still being processed, just wait till the transaction is confirmed. So now the transaction is confirmed, we can see that the balance decreases, right? So because the balance decreases, we now know that we have transferred some USDC to the coupon payment, so as we can now proceed to coupon payment. So next we need to also to register these investors to the coupon payment contract, because when to pay a coupon we need to know the investors to whom we are going to pay the coupons, right? So to register investors to the coupon payment contracts, we come here and click on submit investor list to payment contract. So click on submit, click on confirm, and just waiting. So this what we are doing here is just we have this investors list register on the bond contract, and we want the coupon payment contract to know the who has invested, sorry, to as investor to the project. So now we can see that the transaction is completed. So next we want to automate the coupon payment, right? We will be using Chainlink here. So let's register a new upkeep. I click on it. So it will be a time-based. We need the target contract. So I'm going to copy the address. So I have my coupon payment here. I can copy the address of the contract address, paste it here. Next, so we need the ABI. So let's go get the ABI here. So going to get the ABI, copy it. Let's go back, paste the ABI. Next. So now we can see that the platform now they knows the different functions from the contract. So we are two functions, and the function we are going to use to automate coupon payments is called pay interest. So let's click on next. So for this we are just going to use, like, maybe we are going to pay interest every, let's say every minute. So let's click this one, which means every minute we are going to pay interest, right? Or and let's click on next. So we need to give a name, let's say bonds. The gas limit, we keep it this one. Starting, so we need to send some link to the contract. So we need I have some link, so I will free. So the project name, which is optional, click on register, confirm. Let's wait for all this to be processed. So we have deployed the cron job. So next we need to confirm this transaction to register our project. So let's wait. We can see that the transaction is being processed. You can see it here. So waiting for uh, the contract to receive the registration confirmation. Just a moment. And we can also click here to check the transaction on Etherscan, but we are not going to check this. So just wait. So here we are. So now everything is fine. So we can go and view our upkeep. We can view, if we refresh the page, we can see that we have one upkeep which is active, and if we go back to our platform, we can see that the first payment has been done, right? So this is the coupon payment, and this column shows the total interest paid to investors every minute. So if we just wait 1 minute, a second payment will be done. So just wait. Let's wait and check here. So here we are. So now we can see that there is a second payment of coupons to investors, and the total amount paid to investor is exactly the same, because the interval is the time interval, the timestamp is exactly the same. We are using 1 minute to pay interest, so we are paying interest every minute. So you can see the coupon rate, which is 7.5%. Here the issue volume, which is this one, and the total amount paid. So if we wait one more minute, we will see the third coupon payments here. So just wait. Sorry. Just wait. Here, so we can see that now there is a third payment, right? So the channeling, because we have used Chainlink to automate coupon payment, we don't need to click on, I don't know, to call the coupon payment function manually to pay coupon. Everything is automated. What we need to do, what the bond manager need to do, is just to transfer the USDC to the contract, because by if we want to pay coupon payments, if we want to pay coupons to investor, we need some money in the contract, so as we can transfer each amount to investors. So just wait, and we can see that now the fourth payment, coupon payment, has been transferred to investor. And let's go to, for example, second investor, this one. Yes, we can see that because we know that we have issued like 10 billion to each investor, and this investor has transferred 7 billion, has invested 7 billion for bonds, right? And in their accounts, they have like 3 billion after transferring 7 billion. But if we check the balance now, we can see that there is an extra 7,990, because what is this extra here? It's nothing but the coupon that he has received from coupon payments here, right? And we can also see that this coupon is being updated every time that the coupon payment is transferred by Chainlink, right? So I will stop here for today and hope that you have enjoyed it. And so to resume, what we have so here is that we use ERC 7029, so sorry, ERC 7092 to tokenize financial bonds. And we also use Chainlink to automate coupon payments. So first of all, an issuer uh, issue deploy a contract, the bond contract, and then register some investors interested to the project to investing to their issue. Next, the bond manager has issued bonds to investors, and once the bond has been issued, we have used Chainlink to pay coupon payment. And if you can go back to coupon payment here, we can see that the payments is growing. So we have something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 payment already, right? So if we wait, we can see a seventh payments. Let's just wait for the seven payments, and we'll be closing. So here we are. So we can see that the seven payments have been done. So thank you very much, and I think you have enjoyed it. Thank you.